welcome everybody to this week's Market Share, the short weekly segment brought to you by MKR, where we bring you all the noteworthy news and updates surrounding digital media and the world today. I'm your host, Genevieve, and we've got some phenomenal stories for you today, so let's get started. First up this week, Dove is looking to tackle the Gen Alpha anti-aging craze by releasing their new campaign called The Face of 10. As we've talked about before on Market Share, young girls of Gen Alpha have had to be turned away from many skincare products because they're not yet suitable for young kids' skincare needs. The creative has extremely powerful messaging like the line, "Is it even possible to look 10 years younger at 10?" that aims to boost the self-esteem of kids who are showing early signs of anxiety over their looks. In addition to the moving creative they made, Dove has also teamed up with experts to develop a navigation guide on having discussions about anti-aging with members of Gen Alpha. This reinforces the brand's values of inspiring confidence and perhaps distance themselves from brands who have landed right in the middle of the issue. Given how much social media has impacted younger generations, this is a great example of how a brand can bring its values and products together by inspiring a change of tone in the industry. Next up, more and more social media apps are turning into entertainment sources, while real interactions are burrowing underground into enclosed chats and communities. A key finding from the media insights platform Memo stated, across all the articles and topics we analyzed, we found no clear connection between social engagement and actual readers of the news. This may sound counterintuitive, but if you think about how social platforms have become more of a way to attract attention rather than actually connect with the audience, it starts to make a bit more sense. This may come as a shock to you, but it really shouldn't. That posts with more negative messaging tend to generate greater engagement online. A perfect example of this is within politics, where sadly, the negative attention someone gets can often outweigh the positive messaging in the world as well. We're not saying this means you need to start bringing negative messaging into your advertising. What we are saying is just because the content you're pushing out isn't getting engagement, doesn't mean it doesn't matter to the people seeing it, whether that's a social graphic, a blog, or an email. Although this trend can be discouraging for brands who maintain positive messaging on public platforms, it could just be time to reach your audience in another, more intimate capacity. Last up today, and on the tail of the Oscars, the brand Sparkling Ice's debut in broadcast advertising brought a very clever campaign to the forefront that we couldn't go without talking about. Let us tell you, this writer really deserves a raise. The straightforward ad starts by typing out the line, "We'd like to raise a bottle to all the Greta directors," and then pauses to highlight, delete, and ultimately replace Greta with great. This is a fantastic concept as it taps into the somewhat heated debate around Greta Gerwig not getting nominated for Best Director, and connects it to the product with the final tagline, "Anything but subtle." Pop culture and social media dominate advertising these days, and this is an amazing example of how to connect it to your marketing in a fun and creative way. Don't worry, we see you, Sparkling Ice. That's all for this week's Market Share. My name's Genevieve, and I'll see you all next week. Hello and welcome. No. Next up, and wait, no, sorry. No.
All that, all
I was so close.